Good morning, this is Carissa with NWS Wakefield. Today we're going to be covering our briefing as of Tuesday, July 1st. Starting off with RIP currents, this has been updated since we sent out that 9 a.m. briefing. We have updated the southern beaches to be low RIP risk, so that's going to be the Corolla and Virginia Beach beaches. We had seen that there were lower wave heights that we had noticed, or there were lower heights than we had predicted based off observation. So we went ahead and lowered it down to low from moderate. And then there is still a moderate RIP risk for the northern beaches. And then the extended forecast will be low RIP risk. So switching gears over to our weather pattern, we do have this cold front approaching from the west. It will be moving into our area later today and into really early Wednesday. Then behind that, it's going to actually become more stationary. And eventually, by the time the end of the week rolls around, Friday into Saturday, we will have high pressure return into the area. So our main focus is going to be today and tomorrow with that cold front becoming more stationary over our area. Before we talk about precip, our heat risk for the next 5 days is generally limited compared to what we had been seeing compared to last week. Today we do have some maximum heat index values reaching 100, maybe a few spots down in southeast Virginia, hitting close to 105. We do not expect there to be a large enough area to need any heat products, so there are no heat advisories for today. But overall, mostly maximum heat indexes are going to be in the lower triple digits. Here we can see that with that cold front that will be moving through our area, our temperatures are going to cool down quite significantly Wednesday and a little bit into Thursday as well. And then our temperatures will start to ramp back up by the end of the weekend and into early next week. And we could see some triple digits heat indexes returning by early next week. Okay, moving into our precip, we do have a slight risk of severe storms in our far northwest and northern corridor of our area today. Most of the area outside of the northwest is in a marginal risk for today. And then tomorrow, we are just under a general thunder outlook, but based off some recent models from this morning, we do think that there is a possibility to see some stronger isolated storms tomorrow morning, mostly in the Southeast Virginia, Northeast North Carolina area. It will all end up being dependent on where that cold front ends up stalling overnight and into early tomorrow. So our most likely timing that we are thinking is 4 to 11 p.m. I'll go into that into just a second. The main threat is going to be wind gusts. There could be some isolated damaging wind gusts and localized flash flooding. We'll talk about that as well. Here again, we can see we are expecting damaging winds as the main threat for today. There's a low risk of tornadoes, and we're not expecting large hail, so this will mainly be a wind-driven severe event. Moving into the timing of the event, we are expecting them to enter our CWA around 4 p.m. today, and then that front will gradually push east overnight, so we're expecting more towards the I-95 corridor by Richmond between 7 and 10 p.m., and then as the storms move further east past I-95, it starts to stall out a little bit more. That'll be after 10 p.m. It will depend, again, the coverage will depend on where that front actually sets shop up. We do think that this could be a likely area, but it could be further west or a little bit further east as well. As for tomorrow, We are expecting some more showers and storms to develop in the late morning, so this is expected the front to mainly lay like right around here around noon to 2, and then that front will try to push out of the area a little bit between 2 to 4. We'll still see some showers and storms. The coverage here is not very confident. We could still see some more coverage of these storms. It will all depend on the front, as I've been mentioning. But we are expecting some more showers and storms. And at this point in time during the day, we'll have some daytime heating. The air mass will be able to warm up, so we could see those showers to become a little bit isolatedly severe, which is why we are expecting more than just a general thunder. We could see some stronger storms. And then hopefully by that late afternoon into the early evening, it should be moved off the coast. It's possible that the storms could linger depending on how fast that front moves. The front is the hard part to forecast right now. Before I talk about the excessive rainfall outlook, I do want to pull over. This is one of our high-res models, and this is showing the amount of predicted rainfall. And so this, where we're going to see this red bullet points right here, this bullet point for where it says 30, that's actually going to be a 30% of 3 inches within 3 hours. So that's actually showing where we would expect to see any flash flooding. And so this is for this afternoon. It's mostly north of our area into Sterling's area. They have a flash flood watch up there. And then as it moves into our area tonight, we could still see some instances of flash flooding. The main threat as it moves through the area and then it ends up stalling tomorrow is actually going to be tomorrow afternoon, where we see that front really starting to pick back up speed, adding into that lifting mechanism that we need for these storms to pop off. And they're going to be quite slow moving because the front isn't moving very fast. So we are expecting to see some instances of possible isolated flash flooding with that front. So because of those concerns with that slow moving front, there is an slight risk for excessive rainfall both today for our northwest half of our area and then as well for tomorrow, dependent on how much rain that front actually gives us. As for actual totals, we are expecting around 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches for the next, it says through the next 72 hours, but it's mostly going to be tonight and tomorrow. Our worst case is up to 2 inches in some areas. This will be localized and dependent on where those storms actually end up training and moving and becoming stationary. Here's a little bit more of a breakdown of when we're expecting these storms. That's again going to be this afternoon into tonight, and then tomorrow mid-afternoon into early evening, pretty much. We are expected to dry out Thursday into Friday as high pressure returns back into that area. Here is our daily regional forecast summary. Again, you can see those temperatures are going to drop off pretty significantly for most of the area on Wednesday behind that front. And then we'll dry out into the weekend for 4th of July weekend, and then maybe a slight chance early next week as well. For our tropical weather, there is a 30% chance of a tropical storm developing down off the southeast coast over the next 7 days. Right now, there is no local impact expected, but the Hurricane Center is keeping a close eye onto that. Switching gears a little bit now into marine. We do have small crafts up for all the local waters. That is mostly going to be for tonight and early tomorrow. Here we can see that tomorrow, the main threat for small craft winds is going to be in the lower bay. Here we've got southwest winds, pretty much 20 to 25 gusts, continuing overnight into really early Wednesday, and then our winds will die down a bit below small craft criteria, and then maybe picking up a little bit southeasterly winds Saturday into Sunday. But as for boating out on the 4th of July and 4th of July weekend, we are not expecting small crafts at this time. Here is a quick summary of those sustained winds and wind gusts. As for waves, those waves are going to be picking up with those winds today and into early tomorrow. We will have some 5-foot waves in the coastal waters offshore, and then those will quickly diminish Wednesday afternoon and into the extended forecast. Thank you for watching our briefing. Our next live online briefing will be tomorrow. We will do this again and for the rest of the week leading up to the holiday. Thanks.